Cell transport plays an important role in all living matter and is how vital components such as oxygen and water travel throughout the cell. All living cells require oxygen to survive. The process in which cells receive oxygen is known as simple diffusion. Simple diffusion is the movement of molecules from one side of the cell to the other without the use of proteins in order to achieve the state of equilibrium. Molecules that participate in passive transport are nonpolar or small, so they can simply weave through the membrane without using any energy. Along with that, the movement of the molecules is in a high to low fashion. When it comes to moving water into the cell, a whole new process is introduced known as facilitated diffusion or osmosis. Facilitated diffusion on its own can be described as passive transport of ions and polar molecules in and out of the cell with the assistance of proteins. Proteins are needed in facilitated diffusion because the inner portion of the cell is nonpolar, meaning it doesn't like water, which will cause the portion to try and resist the water molecules. Similar to simple diffusion, facilitated diffusion does not require energy. Another similarity is its molecules move from high to low. When water is incorporated, otherwise known as osmosis, water is diffused from high to low. Osmosis is aided by a special protein called the aquaporin in order to move through the cell membrane. Sodium and potassium is another vital role for the cell function. Sodium and potassium are important when it comes to generating electrical signals, but when too much sodium and potassium is generated, it could be fatal. Sodium and potassium is spread throughout the cell through the sodium-potassium pump. The sodium-potassium pump is a special protein pump that pumps 3 sodium proteins for every 2 potassium ions from low to high. Simple diffusion, facilitated diffusion, and the sodium-potassium pump are all key in powering the cell and vital to everyday life.